What's up guys, Paul here from ecommercegold.co.uk. Now, you've probably guessed from the title of this video already that I'm going to be looking at ShopWired in this video, which is one of the UK's leading e-commerce platforms. And I'm going to do an in-depth video review on the platform because it's one of the ones that I think is one of the best ones out there. Now, ShopWired has been around since around about 2013, making it one of the newest e-commerce platforms on the market, with most of the others being established in the early to mid 2000s. So it is still relatively new, but it's still gained a lot of traction in that time. It's grown to a user base of over 8,500 businesses, including some big names such as Voucher and EDF Energy. But with all that information out of the way, let's get into how good the platform actually is, and is it a viable alternative to Shopify for UK businesses? Well, let's have a look. Now I'm going to jump into my computer screen, so I'm not going to be looking directly at the camera for some of this review, but I'll try and keep it as much eye contact as possible. So let's jump in. So the first thing I'm going to look at is the pricing of the ShopWired platform. Now, it's pretty industry standard when it comes to it. You're looking at around about £30, well, £29.95 per month to be exact, for the basic package. And this is pretty much industry standard. It goes very similar along the lines of Shopify and EKM with that kind of pricing. Now, with ShopWired, you do have to add VAT to that as well. So if you're not a VAT registered company, you do need to add 20% of that to your monthly charge every month. If you are VAT registered, you can claim that back. So what do you get with the basic package? Well, you actually get quite a lot of stuff with the basic package. You get, first of all, no transaction fees. So you never pay a transaction fee using the ShopWired platform. It's just something you're not going to have to pay. You also get a free SSL certificate. And this is something that changed in autumn last year. ShopWired actually updated their pricing structure. They moved from a fixed pricing structure to a tiered pricing structure. Now, some people weren't too happy about this and don't particularly like tiered pricing structures, but they do work in a way, because as your business grows, you're going to need more resources and you're going to need more support, and you do get that with the ShopWired platform as you move through the packages. So as your business grows, as you go over that £75,000 threshold for the first year, you will get more resources, you'll get access to more features, you'll get access to more apps, there'll be more things included with your package. And as you continue to move up into even bigger packages, so the premium or the enterprise packages, you get much more for your money. When you move onto the premium package, you get priority UK support and you get all the apps and features thrown in with the platform with your monthly charge. So that's one of the good things about the tiered pricing, is as your business grows, you get more from the platform. And I did briefly touch on the enterprise one there. Enterprise package is for big businesses. These are businesses that are turning over £500,000 a year on their e-commerce websites. And once you get to this kind of stage, you'll move on to their enterprise package. And with this, you do get much more support from the ShopWired team. You get your own account management service. So they strategically look at your account, see if there's any ways your business can be improved. You also get store evolution. So you get first access to new changes, and that actively looking at your site, seeing what they can improve so that your business continues to grow and continues to get better. So that's some of the benefits of moving through the tiered pricing structure. You go from a basic package when you're just starting out, and as you move through, you get more resources, more support, more help from the ShopWired team to not only support your business, but also to grow your business even further. So even though the tier pricing isn't for everybody, it does work in some circumstances. Now with ShopWired, if you take out an annual package, you do save some money. As you can see down here, you save 20% if you buy annually, and if you buy your package for 2 years, you'll save 30%. And this is a big saving, especially if you're a reasonably big e-commerce business. That's a lot of money to save every single year. So there we go, that is the overview of the ShopWired pricing. It's very much in line with the majority of other e-commerce platforms out there. But let's move into looking at the ShopWired platform itself. So to start off with, ShopWired is really easy. You simply navigate to the ShopWired website. I'll leave a link to my partner link in the description below. Just click on start your free trial and you'll be taken to this screen right here. And you don't need any credit cards, you don't need any in-depth information to get started. Simply an email address, create a password, your name and your website's name, and you're good to go and you will get started. And once you have gone through the sign up process, you'll be taken into your ShopWired dashboard. When you get in, oh sorry, I'm not on the dashboard yet. And when you go into your dashboard for the first time, you'll be greeted by this startup guide, and it is a pretty comprehensive startup guide, and it covers most of the information you need to know in order to get your website up and running. As you can see, I've done a couple of things because I've been playing around with the system. When I was doing my written review, I played around with the system a little bit, but these are the main categories that you will work through, and pretty much everything is there. The only thing that I would like to see added to this is a prompt to set up your privacy policy and your terms and conditions, as they are legal requirements for e-commerce businesses here in the UK. So I would like to have seen that being incorporated into the startup guide as well. But generally the startup guide is really simple. It's got a good flow to it, and it takes you through pretty much everything you need to know. Now the dashboard itself, I really like the ShopWired dashboard. It's simply laid out. As you can see, all the headings are clearly labeled, and it really doesn't take a long time to get up to speed with the ShopWired dashboard. Now they do have a switching service. You're with the likes of EKM, or you're with Shopify or BigCommerce. You can import all your products and categories directly from them in a CSV format, and it will populate them onto your ShopWired site, which makes switching really simple. If you're not happy with doing this, you can speak to the ShopWired team, and they will guide you through this and help you through this step by step, because they want to make your transition from one platform to another as easy as possible. So that's a switching service. The main dashboard, when you go into it, is basically an overview of your sales and order details. So obviously mine's a test site, so I've got no orders except for one I created, but yeah, I haven't got any real information in this. As your business starts to grow, this will start to populate with more information. So it's a good quick overview of your business to see how you're doing. So that's getting started with the platform. The platform is really easy to use. It's really easy to get started with. One of the things that is a bit of an Achilles heel with the ShopWired platform is what I'm going to talk about next, and that is the themes. So there is a selection of 24 themes on the ShopWired platform, and if you go into the available themes, you'll see all the ones that you have available. Now 19 of these themes are free to use, so which is great. It's a great selection. It's one of the larger free selection of themes out there. And the paid themes range from £29 to £69 plus VAT. So there is a nice selection of themes to choose from. And if you do want a custom theme doing, you can get one done by the ShopWired team for £1,795 plus VAT, and it will be made to your specifications. It will do everything you want it to. So that is the theme selection. What isn't great with the themes is customizing your themes. It is quite limited. So this is I'll go back onto that. This is the theme customization overview basically, and in the style editor you have a few options, and there are only a few options unfortunately. You can change colors, you can go in, you can change some of the text on your site, you can also change some of the button text as well. But that is pretty much it when it comes to theme customization. You haven't got any real control over the layout. You can't add and remove sections, which is one of the things I would like to see on the platform, because it would really enhance the platform. Theme settings is got some layout options. So these are link lists, and these are just lists of links. It's pretty self-explanatory. So this is what you'd put in your footer or things like that, and these do vary from theme to theme because different themes have different design elements. So this will change from theme to theme, and you will have to check this out when you're going through and deciding which theme you want to go for. But you can change the location of these link lists, you can change what images are in your galleries and things like that. So you do have some customization options, but it's not massive, especially when you compare it to some of the other platforms out there on the market. So that is the themes. one thing I do want to cover quickly is the performance of the ShopWired platform, because it is really, really important when it comes to a hosted e-commerce platform to have a really good, solid server to build your site on. And to be honest, ShopWired have got a really fantastic server setup. So I'll just head over to e-commerce gold, cheap plug for my website there. And this is the review I done on ShopWired, and I did cover the hosting and performance. And now I like to test out their claims when they say they've got super fast hosting. I don't like to just believe what they say, but let's look at the facts of the ShopWired platform to start with. So they offer unlimited bandwidth, unlimited file storage, PCI level 1 compliant servers, which is really, really good, and it's the highest standard in the industry. A global content delivery network, so you shouldn't be bogged down with images and things like that. Yes, you still want to be posting optimized images on your site, but you do get a bit of leeway because of the global content delivery network. 99.95% uptime, that's really, really good. The industry standard is 99.9. You get continuous backup, so should anything happen to your website or the servers, there will be a relevant recent backup for you to reload your site. And most importantly, this is actually from the ShopWired website, blazing fast servers. Now, the ShopWired web platform is hosted on Amazon Web Services, which is one of the best and high performing web hosting services in the world. It's actually arguably one of, if not the best. So that's where they've gone for their hosting, and other companies such as Pinterest and Adobe also use Amazon Web Services, which shows how good their web hosting platform is. But how well do ShopWired sites perform? Well, I like to put them through their tests, so I use Pingdom's speed tool, and this is a really good tool for anybody who runs an e-commerce website, any website at all, to check how fast your website's performing. And what I did was I took 3 of their example websites, customer example websites, and I ran them through this Pingdom speed tool once a day for 3 days. So I got a nice good spread of data to see how well they performed, and ShopWired done really, really well. As you can see, they all loaded in under that golden 2-second mark, and the golden 2-second mark is where it's estimated that a lot of people start clicking off if they have to wait more than 2 seconds for a website to load. And the more every second, you lose a good percentage of your potential customers. So you do want it under that 2-second window, and all of these sites were well under it. That one's just a bit under it, but all the 3 sites were really consistent. They was consistent with each other. As you can see, they was within a second. This is 3 sites, 3 different lots of content, completely different websites and businesses, yet all of them were pretty consistent, and that was consistent day after day. And the total average load time for the 9 tests across the 3 days was 1.44 seconds, which is really, really good, and it's really impressive. So yes, definitely a thumbs up on the web hosting for ShopWired there. So let's go back into the ShopWired dashboard. So we're going to look at how easy is it to manage the e-commerce aspects of your site, because we've looked at what it's like to get started, we've looked at what it's like to customize themes. So let's look at what it's like to create your products, because that's an important part of your business. It's an important part of your website is creating and adding products, also organizing and managing your inventory. So going in to create a new product is really nice and simple. They have gone for a single 1-page layout, which I really like, because you can just move from one section to the other. It's really, really simple. And as you can see, it's really simple, really well laid out. And then they've got the kind of accordion drop down box at the bottom if you want to add any additional information. This makes it really quick and easy to add a new product on the ShopWired platform. So that's adding a new product. What about your categories? Well, adding a category is equally as simple. Single 1-page layout. Obviously you don't get all the options you do with a product, because you don't need that many options, but it's really, really simple to create a new product, create a new category, it's also easy to view your categories, and you can create a lot of categories and subcategories, and this makes creating a product hierarchy really, really easy to do. And this has a lot of benefits. The first one is SEO benefits, because it's easier for search engines to index your site and understand how things work and how things interact and flow on your website. The second thing is for customer experience. It makes it much easier for a customer to come onto your site and then navigate around your site. If you don't have a good product hierarchy in place, it does make life really, really difficult. I'm sure you've probably been onto a few sites yourself where it's not easy to move from one product to the next product because they haven't made it particularly easy to use for their customers. So that is one of the things you can do on the ShopWired platform, is make a really good product hierarchy structure. Obviously, I haven't done it much on my test site, but I did actually have a e-commerce site with ShopWired a couple of years ago in the jewelry sector, and I created a really good product hierarchy, really good flow, and it really did help my business out. So that you're creating products, creating categories so you can organize your products. But what about managing your products? What about managing your inventory? Well, you can manage some of your inventory from this menu, which is the manage stock menu. And what you can do is you can actually go in and you can update your stock quantity. Simply type in what you want, press the tab button, and it will update your product inventory from this overview menu. Unfortunately, that is the only thing you can do in the manage stock menu. You can't edit the title or anything like that. You have to do that on a product by product basis, but it's still really good to be able to just update your stock quantity from a main menu, because if you've got a large inventory, going through and doing this product by product can take a lot of time. So just being able to do it from a single overview menu is really, really easy. So managing your products, organizing your products, managing your inventory is really easy to do on the ShopWired platform. I really like doing it. It's not hard to use, and it's not hard to get used to doing this either. So the next thing I want to look at is managing your orders, because this is probably where you're going to spend most of your time within your dashboard, is managing your orders, hopefully. You can manually create orders if you want to. So if you have somebody contact you, and this is generally a good thing to do if you've got a wholesale business or B2B business. I'm going to cover that a bit more in the next section. But generally, to manage your orders is super easy to do in the platform, because you can do a lot from the overview menu. Some platforms require you to do this on an order by order basis, which I don't really like doing, especially if you're going to be having a large number of orders in a day. You want to be able to do bulk editing. So what you can do is select the tick menu, or you can select these individually, and then you can either print off your invoices directly from the menu. Well, you can print off your invoices directly from the menu, or you can update the order status. This saves so much time when you've got a lot of orders coming through your website. So that is one of the things I like that you can do from the order management menu, is you can do everything in bulk. And if you want to manage them individually, you just simply click on the order information, and it'll bring up all the detailed order information, so you can go in and edit it, anything you need. You can also manage your refunds from the individual order information as well. Now, I'm not going to go into this information because it's got some personal information in there and I don't want to show you that. So let's move on to the next section. Now, within the ShopWired platform, you get a lot of features. Some of these are installed as standard, but other ones can be installed as and when you feel like it. And this comes under the apps and extensions. So I'll just briefly explain what the difference between these two are. Apps are single click installation. So I'll show you what these are like. So you go onto the app, you click on it, and you click install this app, and it will automatically install it for you. This is really simple. It's really easy to use. And as you can see, you get quite a nice selection of apps. Now, these are all made by the ShopWired team, so you know they're going to work perfectly with the ShopWired platform. Not all of these are free on the basic package, but a majority of them are. And as you move up through the packages, you do get more and more apps and features included with your monthly subscription. Once you get onto the premium package, you do get all of these apps included with your monthly fee, which is really, really good. Now, there is a large variety of apps in there, and the thing that really stands out to me with the ShopWired apps is the B2B features. This platform is really good if you run a wholesale business or a manufacturing business and you sell direct into the trade, so you sell to retailers or other suppliers, because you can do bulk discounts. There's trade accounts in here. You can also, there's also a quotation system. There's a lot of B2B features you can integrate into your website, and it does work really, really well. If you are doing drop shipping as well, they have got ShopWired, which allows the ShopWired platform to integrate directly in with AliExpress, so you can start drop shipping directly from AliExpress. Plus you can sell digital products. There's lots of different features on the platform, and if you want to see a more detailed list, check out my full written review of the ShopWired platform, because I go into this in much more detail than I do in this video, and I list them all out there. The second thing is extensions, and this is one of the things that isn't that great about the ShopWired platform, because these have to be hard coded into the website. They're not single click installations, and what you need to do is you need to activate the extension, then it needs to be installed. Some of these, like Google reCAPTCHA, are really easy to do. It's literally a case of copying and pasting code. For other ones, there is things like CSS. I know the filter system requires CSS, and if you don't understand how to do that, or you don't know how to do that, it does make life a little bit awkward. But what you can do is, if you want this on your ShopWired site, you can request that the ShopWired team do it for you. Now I know this is a charge, but it's a one-off, it's a single charge. Once it's done, it's there. You know, it does depend on your knowledge whether you attempt some of this yourself. Say some of them are really easy and literally a copy and paste, and they have documentation on all of them, so you can read through how to do it and you can attempt it yourself if you feel like it. Now there's not as many extensions as there are apps, but there still is a good number of extensions, and this adds more custom functionality to your website. So those are the features of the ShopWired platform. You get a lot of features even with the basic package, and you get a lot of apps and extensions that you can install. So that is pretty much a good look at the ShopWired system. Now obviously there's a lot more things you can do with the ShopWired system than I could cover in this video, because there's a lot of things you can do. There's lots of different things you can set up. But my conclusion of the ShopWired platform, is it a good platform? Yes. It's a very good e-commerce platform. Yes, its Achilles heel is the theme customization. It's not the greatest, and you are quite limited as to what you can do. But this is the only real downfall of the platform. The rest of it works really, really well. You get a lot of features. The apps are easy to install. It's easy to manage your orders. It's easy to manage your products, organize them, things like that. It's really easy to do all that. So is it a viable alternative to Shopify? Yes. It most definitely is a viable alternative to Shopify, and it depends on what's important to you and your business. If the e-commerce day-to-day aspects are what's more important, then arguably ShopWired is better than Shopify. It's easier to manage your inventory, easier to manage your orders on the ShopWired platform than it is on the Shopify platform. But if the aesthetics and design are really important to you and your business, then you may find that Shopify is slightly better because their theme customizer is better. But I'm going to be comparing these two platforms in depth in another video, which I'll be posting hopefully in the next couple of weeks. So if you're interested in that, then hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you do get notification of when I post that video. So there you go guys, there is my review of the ShopWired platform. I really like it, so much so that I actually did run an e-commerce site on the platform for a good few months, and I did enjoy using it. So thanks so much for watching guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have and you've learned something, please hit that like button. Also in the description, I probably mentioned this earlier, but I will leave a link to my full review, my full written review on the platform on my website e-commerce gold, and I'll also leave my partner link to the ShopWired platform as well, so you can go and check it out for yourself. It is worth checking it out, trying it out for yourself, see how you feel with the platform. This is something I always recommend, is going through and trying them for yourself. It's fine watching and reading reviews, but you don't know what the platform is going to be like until you try it out for yourself. So go and give it a go for yourself. So once again guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay awesome, and I'll see you all in the next video.